like if any people want to maintain their relationship for long period of time without having any issues. So what are the opinion of you about this matter?
This is such a thoughtful question and a very important question and a good question, I must say. See, I tell you, what is the secret of happy relationship? How I make my relationships happy? I tell you through my personal experience. First of all, how the relationship is destroyed. I will tell you the reasons. Then we will come to that. The relationship is destroyed. You said this, the other person said this, and then you had a fight. You are saying this is right, the other person is saying this is right. You say right, the other person says left. Your thoughts are apart. Your thoughts do not match. This is the reason we have grudges in the relationship, any relationship you take. So
Yeah,
what we have to do, we have to understand very important thing that people are not wrong. Everyone thinks through their mindset. Suppose whatever upbringing I have, I will be thinking according to that kind of it. Whatever upbringing the other person has, he will be thinking that way. So people are not wrong. Situations are also not wrong. It is people are different. People are not wrong. People are different. I have different mindset about a particular thing. You have different mindset about a particular thing. How come we get this mindset? Through our upbringing, moral values, traditions, culture we are brought up in due to this. So the secret of healthy relationship and lifelong relationship is that we should understand people are not wrong. They are just different based on their upbringing, their mindset. Yeah, if
mm,
we will understand and respect these differences, we will never have fight in relationship. The fight
yeah,
in relationship are this: the other person said this bomb he throw, and you throw two bombs on him. So rather than a person is throwing a bomb, you are understanding. You just keep quiet rather than throwing two bombs on the other person. And most of the time, what happens it is if anybody is saying something and you disagree to that, don't say them directly. No, no is such a harsh word. Nobody wants to hear in the relationship. You can say the same thing in different words. Here plays the role of communication. You should know how to put your things forward. I tell you something, like yesterday, what happened with me, my son, he studies in grade 6, my elder one. He went to the school day before yesterday, and there is something like two, three kids complained about him over something, and he was very scared to go to school yesterday. I said, then take a leave if you are really scared, because otherwise he never have these kind of issues. He knows how to act and behave. So then he was getting scared, but he never takes leave. It is his reward. He's in now grade 6. He has not taken a single day leave. So he loves to go to school. So then I said, you take off if you are so much scared, otherwise face the teacher. Then he said, Mama, can you please write an application that I have not done this thing? I said, no, I'm not going to help you in that. So what happened? Then he went to school yesterday. He said, okay, let me face it today. One day I have to face. So I just told him, he said, what I will say to the teacher. I say, you should not keep on explaining him, because what happened, it is a person who is wrong, or the other side he will say, maine ma'am ye nahi kara, ma'am sorry, he has done this. So you should not explain so much. A truthful person will not explain so much. I was explaining him the importance of communication. So I'm mentioning over here, communication skills are very important. I tell him, you say only these 4 to 5 lines to the teacher. Ma'am, I didn't do it intentionally. It was not my fault, and I was at no fault. Please excuse me this time. I even do not know the meaning of it. That's it. And then he said, and then teacher said, okay. But otherwise, when he doesn't know the importance and the way to express himself, he was like, I will say, ma'am, please, sorry, please excuse me. I don't know why the kids were doing like this. So this is the role of communication. You should know how to express yourself in any situation. It is not in English, not in Hindi, in any language. And through good communication skills, you can make your relationships better. And
yeah.
yesterday he came home, he was so happy. Thank you so much, Mama. He hugged and kissed me. You taught me these 4 lines, and these 4 lines were magical. I said, you only say 4 lines, and that too firmly. Not because he was so scared to even speak in front of the teacher. You say and put your point firm, because the teacher also looks that you are genuine. Put your point firmly and confidently, and the teacher will not say anything to you. So similarly, whenever we have any grudge in relationship, don't explain so much. If anybody says, I am sorry itself is a complete sentence. You don't have to say the other things. What people
Mm.
say, I am sorry, and they say blah, 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 all the stuff for 5-10 minutes. It's not required. I am sorry is a complete sentence all by itself. So
Yeah.
here comes the role of good communication skills, and one must learn in order to have happy and good relationship and to have good surroundings.
Yeah, ma'am. You're right. And I want to add, one more things in this field. Not having mutual understanding between the both of us.
See, I
Right.
tell you, mutual understanding, yes, it plays important role, but this from where it comes? It comes from here only the mindset which I talked before. Mutual understanding, how it will happen. Suppose a person is saying this, you are saying this. So both are different. Both have, and how mutual understanding means you both agree to whatever the other person has. So then it's a
Mm.
mutual understanding. You are agreeing to his point, the other person is agreeing to your points. That's mutual understanding. So one, suppose if out of both only one person knows the thing, then also the relationship is happy. Suppose I tell you in my case, my husband is not so thoughtful, but I know how to take the relationship well, so I understand the thing. He is not into personality development, he is not into communication, so why I impose the things on him? Rather than that, I know all the stuff, so I manage. I just know that he is different, he's not wrong, he is different, he has different upbringing, different lifestyle, different thoughts, so he is different, and I have
Yeah.
different mindset. I have worked on me, I know how to tackle, how to manage the stuff, so I know how to take the relationship further. So if in both of the couple one also knows the thing, then the relationship is sorted. Many people say,
Yeah.
why I will do all the things, why not he? This is also the question. So it's okay. I tell you, win the relationship, do not win the argument, because at the end of the day, if you win the argument, then you are unhappy only. You are not
Mm.
happy after winning the argument. I'm telling
Yeah.
you the hard truth. Even if you win the argument, you are not happy. But by winning the
Yeah, of course.
relationship, you will be happy.
Yeah, ma'am. According to me, like, making compromise, from one side, it would be much convenient to maintain a relation with any people. Right. That's another way I would say. Because both
Yes,
of
you're
side the
right. It
people are
is,
to be
yes.
stubborn. Right.
Yes, see, I tell you what you are mentioning, it's not about compromising, it's just change your mindset. Why we see our mind is only saying this is a compromise, and our mind is only saying it's okay. So change your mindset. It is not compromise is a word which we have given. Again, from our surroundings, we heard this compromise word. Who has given the word compromise? Nobody. You have heard from your surroundings only. So you change your mindset. Don't wonder why I only compromise, why not he. Just change. It is okay. He has a different mindset. He's not bad. He loves me so much, or she loves me so much. Any relationship, I'm not just talking about the couple's relationship, any relationship. I also give you one more example over here. Earlier, sometime back, as I always mention in all my sessions, I do keep on training as well. I keep on taking training as well. So it's not that I have such a happy mind all the time, even I have sometimes bad times. So what
Mm.
happened when I make my son, I wake him up in the morning, he always used to say, Mama, please, abhi son do, mujhe nahi utna. Then I used to shout, am I doing a favor on you by making you up? It is your choice. So I shout over him. And daily I will shout over him and I will send him to school. Why? Because he doesn't want to wake up. He doesn't want to wake up, and if by chance he will not wake up and he miss the school, then he will cry the whole day because he doesn't take leave. So he is like giving me two situations. उठना भी नहीं है और school नहीं जाके रोना भी है. So then I said I will not accept it. So then after some days, after some taking some positive training, I understand. कुछ नहीं होता, like he is a kid only. It's okay if he is showing tantrums. Let me be let me try to wake him rather than waking him up at 6:15. Let me try at 6. It will only waste 15 minutes of mine, but I will send him happy, because even when I shout over him and I send him to school, I used to feel so bad. Why I started his
Mm.
day with shouting? He is a child, he doesn't know. But now I accept it. If I will wake him up at 6, he will show tantrum for 15 minutes, but then he will wake up. So this
Yeah,
is
ma'am.
what just a small step towards changing my mindset. I could have given this word to compromise also. Why I will compromise? And because for to wake him up at 6, I have to make my schedule a bit early. So I do not give it as a word of compromise. I give it as a word of changing of mindset and understanding and winning the
Yeah,
relationship.
yeah,
And now
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
after that, my relationship with my son is so good. He doesn't shout. Even he goes to school happy, and I am also happy when he doesn't speak blah blah all the words. So I'm
Hmm.
telling you, it's only just changing your mindset a bit, and for this, you should need to be surrounded yourself with positivity all the time because it happens the kind of company we are in. So we get to get those kind of thoughts.
Yeah, ma'am, you're right. By changing our mindset, it's a quite I'm having a quite possibility to maintain any relation with any people. Right.
Yes.
So, yeah, ma'am. So another question I have, like, how to be positive in every kinds of situations.
See, the way to be positive it is do not look what happened wrong with you. Always look what happened good. Do not look what happened wrong. I tell you my real story. What happened with me last week? This was so bad. What happened to me for the very first time? What happened? Today I mentioned when we just began our talk. Today I had my first ever webinar. So the webinar though was earlier scheduled last Wednesday. I conducted the webinar. It was at 6 p.m. I started with full zeal, full enthusiasm. And then at 6 o'clock, I was so happy. Wow, so many people are joining. And it really boosts up my confidence. And then as soon as I just started, there were three, four people who just start talking to themselves in between. Means they were not letting me speak, and I do not know because I'm not good in technology at all. Even whatever things I'm doing on YouTube and the other stuff, I just like learn and I take help of a lot of people and I do. I'm not that much good in technology. So I do not know how to remove them, how to end the webinar. And at the end, I was not able to conduct. Like there were some scammers. So what happened it is then I was like half an hour my like I was so puzzled what to do. It was my first webinar. I was not able to conduct it. But then after 30 minutes, I just Google online, I figure it out. And then finally, I was not able to conduct the webinar, but my confidence goes to minus because it was my first webinar and then I was not able to do it. Around 30 to 35 people joined and I was feeling it was a bit insulting for me. And but then I just understand that it was a good learning for me that before joining I should learn the technical things. Though I know how to like remove those people, the webinar could have happened. So then I learned the technical skills and I was so low on confidence. Nobody was there. Even my husband, my sister, my brother, everyone was shouting over me. Why you always want to do such kind of things? Because whenever we do anything out of the box, our family members do not support. It's not that they do not love us, it's they do not want you to see you struggling. They want you to have happy, to be like in the cocoon where you are happy, you do not have to do anything. So everyone was shouting over me and saying a lot of stuff, but then I said no, I won't let those four people win. Because why those four people came in the webinar? Because they want that I should not grow. They are either jealous of me or they do not want my success. That was the only purpose.
Hmm.
Otherwise, why? And that webinar was for parents. So that means none of the kid was there. They were the adult people. And coming like 4 to 5 people to destroy something is what? They are taking time and they are doing the things intentionally. Otherwise, why somebody would do? So I said four people cannot define my future. So in this way,
Yeah.
I have given positive thoughts to my mind because their purpose was just to suppress me. So I do not upload any video or I don't go further because it was actually going your confidence down when you have something for the first time and people won't let you speak. So I was like so low. But then after 45 minutes, I said, no, I will do another webinar on Sunday. And today also,
Hmm.
there was one person. I learned like all the host control. He was like raising his hand again and again. So I said, you just mention in the chat box if you have any question. Then also he was doing. So I understand like he's also a scammer. So, but I
Hmm.
know how to remove. And today the webinar was so successful, and there were few people who joined my classes also. So I tell you, like it was just winning yourself. And then even I told my family members and everybody. They said You are not going to change. Like the simple words, they will say, "Tu nahi sudregi" in Hindi, and that's what I'm telling you. It's not that they are against me when I'm growing. I won't take it the other way कि मेरी family तो मुझे support नहीं कर रही, कि एक तो मेरा confidence low हो गया, फिर से मैं कोशिश कर रही. But you know हमारे family members what they want that कि इसको problem ना हो, अपने comfort zone में रहे. When we are हम grow कब करते? When we go out of our comfort zone, then only we.
Hmm.
So positivity comes from within. People near you, especially your family members, will always never keep you positive. Never. This is the
Yeah,
hard.
ma'am.
It's not that they don't love you, but वो नहीं चाहते कि आपको कोई problem हो life में. They want कि आप अपने
Yeah.
safe zone में जो करो. So positivity always comes from within. You have to give
Yeah.
your said one people cannot define my future, two people cannot, and there were five people who tried to bring me down that day. And then you know one thought comes in my mind. If people try to pull you down, it only confirms you are above them. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
bring this thought to my mind. If five people are trying to bring me down, it only confirms I am above them. So then
Yeah.
I only have this motivation, and this was a lesson for my son also, because you know my son, the elder one, he always keep on seeing what mama is doing. Then he said, "Aaj kar liya fir aapne webinar?" I said, "Yes, I did it successfully." So I would have like shown him also that your mother fails one time, so means अगर एक बार हम fail करके तुम fail करते, so I have to show him also, no, one failure is not defining your future. And I have
Yeah.
made like a rule in my life, until and unless I try the same thing for 10 times, I will not stop. One
Yeah.
webinar, failure, no worries. Second failure, no worries. Third, until and unless I do it 10 times. I have this rule in my life. कोई भी चीज I do it 10 times at least to prove myself whether I'm getting successful or not. But what people do, whether in learning English or doing anything, एक दो बार नहीं हुआ बस हमें तो आता ही नहीं English. We don't know, we cannot do. So remember, make it as a thumb rule. Do something 10 times and then decide whether you are going to fail or succeed.
Yeah, ma'am. You're right. According to me, like talking to talking to yourself internally, it's a better way of having solution about any situations of your life. Right. Because of gaining confidence at that time, because ma'am, you just consider few for a while, you talk to yourself internally. Right. What we should we do now? Because people are pulling me down. So what should we do? So you have a gotten inner voice, right? Solutions. Then you started doing different
Yeah.
actions
I look
from
for the
yourself.
solution rather than only looking at the problem.
Yeah, because by expecting other people, it's not a solution of us. Because many of time, our situation is very unpredictable, and being are not able to sending us, yeah, giving us appropriate advice, right, to take a lot. So it's a better to just switching up, switch out our mind and thinking differently, right? That's a way of gaining confidence and emerging a different character situationally, right?
Yeah.